A clear PLP victory in Sands North, and arguably an even clearer message that C36 voters are not happy with the status quo. Ahead of Reverend Dr. Emily Gail Dill's win in the Sands North by-election on Friday, there had been a steady but slow influx of voters at Ellen Temple AME Church. While there appeared to be an increase in footfall ahead of polls closing at 8 p.m, the final number of votes cast was 456, with 1 rejected and 2 spoiled ballots. That's 38% of the 1,200 registered voters, the lowest turnout out of 3 by-elections in the last year. After 8 p.m. came the long wait as the 4 candidates and their agents disappeared into the polling station for almost 3 hours. Although the number of votes were relatively small, the first count of votes did not come in until nearly 10 p.m. Supporters and media had to shelter under the tents several times as the clouds opened. We have been waiting nearly 3 hours for the results. Second count came in about 20 past 10, and it's nearly 11 o'clock now. Joshay Adams is calling out for the candidates to come out. Finally, the results came in just before 11 p.m, first online and then at the polling station. The PLP's Dr. Emily Gail Dill finished with 162 votes and a clear lead of 54 votes. The FDM's Marc had 108 votes, Independent Cyrie 95, and the OBA's Carl Neblett 91. So a maximum of 16 votes between all the runners-up.
First of all, giving honor and glory to God for this opportunity, to the residents, the constituents of constituency 36, Sands North. This is indeed an honor to be able to serve you.
Dr. Dill had 35.5% of the vote, the FDM 23.7%, Independent Cyrie took nearly 21%, and the OBA took 20%. Compared to the 2020 general election, the PLP lost more than 23% of their vote share, the FDM lost 1.7%, and the OBA gained 4.3%.
We've got a result here where the majority of the people who voted did not get who they wanted. So how are you going to work to bring those voters to yourself?
I know that there are individuals that did not vote for me, but what I did find were that the people in this constituency are ready to move forward. They want good representation, and I intend to be there for them.
All right.
First runner-up Marc suggested those in opposition should come together because overall they represent more of the voters.
The main challenge and requirement going forward is for the opposition parties to put our egos aside and work on a cohesive strategy so we don't cannibalize one another's votes. 65% of the voters voted for one of the opposition parties.
Marc leader of the FDM, speaking to the other opposition and saying maybe we should come to the table.
I do agree in his words, but I have to word it differently. I just don't look at any of the individuals who's around as opposition. The opposition are the problems that our country is facing at this current moment. So I feel that if you're an individual who's running, then you're a part of the solution.
The OBA is here to strengthen the community, enforce integrity in politics, and put responsible spending in place. That doesn't mean that we have to do it by ourselves. So if there's a conversation to be had, we're open to any conversation.
The Sands North result is another reflection of what we saw in May's by-election in Smiths North. The OBA's Robert King won with 36.4% of the vote, but in that case the remainder were shared more evenly between Independent Sir John Swan at 32% and the PLP's Lindsay Simmons at 31.5%. Again, the majority of those who voted didn't get what they want, always a potential symptom of the Westminster first-past-the-post system when there are more than 2 candidates. It remains to be seen, however, if a general election could see votes spread so widely. According to elections.gov.bm, the only time a winning party in Bermuda did not have the popular majority was in 1989, when the UBP won with 49.5% of the overall vote. Gary Foster Skelton for Bermuda Broadcasting News.